Alrighty, I hope everyone can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me alright. Let's see. Cool, alright. Hello once again, one and all. I'll be going live for a little while tonight. Just drawing some fan arts and stuff. This one is loosely based off of the latest Fallout series on Amazon Prime, and I decided to throw in some references to an old Disney cartoon about Pecos Bill. So yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I've recently started incorporating what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Drawing a bit of a blank here. And I'm not only drawing a blank, but I'm also drawing on the wrong layer. Started to incorporate more of the different brushes available since Procreate recently updated what they're doing. So I'm using a very old iPad. I've had this since 2018, and I wasn't expecting my newer iPad to stop working on me, but that seems to be the case. So I'm kind of stuck with this somewhat janky older version. It doesn't quite work as well, but I promise you we'll get through this as best we can. So yeah, just recently finished watching the latest episode of the Fallout show, and I gotta say it's an interesting watch. Like, part of me is definitely into it, and part of me kind of has no idea what I'm actually watching. Just give me 1 minute. Just gonna do a quick sound check. just real quick. Yep, we're good. Yeah, so I was a fan of the first season. Definitely established a lot of interesting characters and kind of got the story really going there. I do enjoy the portrayal of the character of Lucy from I'm not sure. I can't remember what vault she's from. But yeah, she's like the vault dweller in this game or in this TV show, and to anyone out there who has been watching the show, let me know what you think. Like, do you like the show? Do you think it's kind of missing the mark when it comes to the source material? Are you enjoying the fact that they're being pretty faithful to the game? Like, let me know if you think it's a bit silly and overdone. I personally think it's great. Like, I also recently saw the trailer for Masters of the Universe, so the new He-Man movie, which is I think it's pretty cool. It's like up until that point, like the only He-Man movie that we had was the Frank Langella and Dolph Lundgren one. That was kind of from a more of a darker time, I guess, in terms of how movies were adapted from like kids' toy lines and stuff like that. Like that show. I grew up watching He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and like I didn't know it at the time because I was a little kid, but yeah, that was all for hang on. Yeah, that was all for selling toys back in the day. As you can see, I have a few issues with this handles. Under head a little bit bigger than usual. I'm not sure if I like this design of this death claw. I think I can do a better job. I'll just get my death claw reference here. So I kind of like this one. I think it's very well made. It's very sort of crocodile meets bull meets Tyrannosaurus Velociraptor kind of thing. So there's a lot going on here. I'm very retro in my tastes when it comes to how death claws look in the game. Like my first encounter with death claws goes back to the original Fallout game. So yeah, so I'm gonna turn the volume down on this one. So essentially what I want to do is kind of make it look a bit more like a bull. Hey guys, how's it going? And kind of give it a short face, or shorter face. Just give it the 3 spikes. Put a saddle on its back. So yeah, I was impressed with how they handled certain parts of the Fallout show. I think like it still needs a lot of work. Like just jump back into the brush libraries here. I think I'll go with oh, what's happened here? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Got my old library back. Come on, you can do it. Chuck a bit of background music on. Nothing too intrusive, obviously. I kind of want to give the Deathclaw more of like a, I guess, a Bowser kind of aesthetic. Maybe I made these arms a little bit too long. So I'll turn off these references just really quick. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Still getting used to this this style of live streaming. It's kind of the point of Sketch Jam, I guess. But what I'm going to do, just real quick, is I am going to I'll be right back. I just need to find something real quick. Yeah, I forgot my trusty glove. Okay, that didn't work. I guess making the death claw a bit more bullish looking. Look at this heavy brow ridge. And giving it more this kind of face. That's a bit silly. Maybe something like this. Yeah, really cartoony. So yeah, what I want to do is like sort of redesign stuff that would look like it was featured in like a really old Disney cartoon, kind of fitting with that sort of retro. So yeah, that's much better. So you really want it to you want it to pop, you want it to have like that kind of like fast animated look, you know. Because the thing is, you can get too bogged down like that. Like this is fine, but it's honestly a bit constipated if I'm totally honest. Like, it's a bit too close to the game. I'll get rid of this one. This one I'm not liking either. So this one is definitely the winner. So what I want to do is, also his body's a bit too, like, I want him like really throwing, you know. Like, you've ever seen a like a rodeo bull and stuff? Like, they absolutely, like, you know, they really try to get the rider off their back, because they are animals that are not in any way accustomed to having anything like a pesky human riding on them. So you wanna have them like really sort of arching its back like a cat. A cat will try to make itself look bigger, but a deathclaw doesn't really need to do that kind of thing, because the deathclaw's the biggest, most terrifying thing in the wasteland. So yeah, I was a big fan of that reveal. You might have seen it. I'm not gonna spoil too much of that latest episode that I saw of Fallout. But yeah, the ghoul gets, I guess, kidnapped or found by a super mutant. And they got the super mutants right, you know. Though he kind of looks a bit like sort of a cross between Shrek and Mark Ruffalo's version of the Incredible Hulk. Like, there's not really a huge amount of ways to get a character like that right. All wrong, that, so to speak, you know. Like, he needs to be absolutely furious. huge spines coming out of his back. Maybe make his face just a little bit shorter. Oh, thank you. Really push out that lower jaw. So they featured the Death Claws in New Vegas, which was an interesting choice. I mean, they didn't seem to be nearly the threat that they were in the games. But I think that's what they're building towards in the show. I want to get that sort of that leaping. A leaping lizard. So I wanna, with the design of the Death Claw, like the fact that it was originally based on like a Jackson's chameleon, but in the games and like in the show, it looks a lot different from the Jackson's chameleon. I actually wanted to sort of bring it more back to that kind of aesthetic. Like I want it to have more sort of similar feet, like the grippy feet. How Jackson's chameleons have their hands and feet are like pinchers, and they basically clip onto the branches that they're hanging from. So kind of want to have it like that. And I want their tail to be a bit more prehensile as well. But still retaining like that terrifying, like this is a genetically engineered super monster. Actually, I might get rid of that. What I'll do, I don't like getting rid of assets completely, so I like to save it in its own, make it its own thing. these pores sort of mirror. You want them to mirror each other as best you can. And again, I need to stress that this is sketch jam. I'm not like, doing sort of like any kind of finished artwork here. So yeah, I wanted to have it like a bit more lizard-like. And duplicate that layer. Make him a little bit smaller so he fits a bit better on the page. Archie's back. Bring back this layer here. Now I want to emphasize how much smaller Lucy is compared to the Deathclaw, so I'll have her up here. I mean, she's still going to be reasonably prominent, but I don't want her to like have like she needs to be in control as well. Like, she's not going to be thrown off by a rodeo Deathclaw, but at the same time, she can't be too nonchalant about the whole thing. I'm going to give her a bit more motion in her hair. Sort of a bit more excitement in her eyes. Does she have her? Yeah, she wears her Pip-Boy on her left. Interesting. You have the Deathclaw looking very upset. Just do a quick reference check. Yep. Merge down these layers. Yeah, definitely with the Fallout show, like it's getting better. Parts of it are really sort of growing on me. I mean, from the simple standpoint of being somebody who doesn't really watch a lot of television, it's an entertaining show. But as a gamer, and I'm not a huge gamer, like I used to be way more obsessed with playing video games, but now it feels like another chore, if that makes sense. Like I've never had like less time in my day to do the thing that I was honestly looking forward to ever since I was a kid, and I discovered the power and the magic of video games. That I thought, when I'm a grown up, when I'm an adult and whatever, I'll have like all the time in the world, and I'll be able to afford all these games, and it's going to be amazing. And now that I'm there, I'm just like, I can't afford this at all. I mean, obviously, that's not like 100% true. There are definitely like, games that I can play, not a problem. But I've got at least, 50 to maybe even 100 games in my Steam account that I've actually purchased with real money that I've earned. And I'm just like, I will never complete, much less play these ever. It's a strange realization where you just think, oh, okay, I guess yeah, that's that won't be happening. Let's throw in a bit of a background. So the Mojave has like this landscape. The great thing about this particular wasteland is you've all seen it before, you know. Like if you've ever watched a like a Roadrunner cartoon. Mm. Definitely a big fan. Sorry about this, guys. Just doing a quick double check. Everything is in order. So yeah, I am based in Sydney, Australia. It is currently just after 10 o'clock at night. It's like I was very impressed by the like I said earlier, I'm very impressed by the new He-Man trailer. Especially how they handled Skeletor. Like Skeletor looks like Skeletor, you know, and Evil Lyn looks like Evil Lyn, and He-Man and Teela and Man at Arms and all that. And like, you know, the cast looks really, really like, you know, comic book and you know, TV show accurate. because I think that's what we've always like really valued as fans. Oh. At the end of the day, artistic license is fine. By all means, make a few adjustments here and there, but like we want the things that we like to look like the things that we like. We want to be able to recognize what we're purchasing. Don't change the recipe. Don't make it too radically different. You know what I mean? Very cool. Anyway, guys, I think that'll do it for me. For one night. I only wanted to keep this one a short one for obvious reasons. I will be back to do another live stream relatively soon. Once I've figured out a few of the technical bits and pieces. But yeah, thanks once again to everyone who's showed up, left messages in the chat. It's very cool to see the chat like sort of spring to life the way it has recently. Like I'm very happy with how things are going. If you like what I'm doing here, feel free to subscribe. I will be posting more sketch jams fairly soon. This one was kind of just sort of a long project that I had on the back burner that I actually just wanted to flesh out and get finished. But yeah, in the meantime, I will call it in there, and I'll see ya when I see ya.